Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our virtual career spotlight on behalf of Chinook School Division and the Regina Industry Education Council. My name is Lisa Kuntz-Samanuk, and I am the Chinook School Division Industry Education Program Facilitator. Are you passionate about working in the agriculture industry? There are many different careers to consider across a number of industries. We would like to welcome you today to the second of our 5-part video series to highlight some of the potential career learning opportunities that are available to you at Olds College of Agriculture and Technology. The video series will also be available on our website and the YouTube channel for future reference. We will also have some time at the end of each of the presentations for you to ask any questions, or you may contact the college directly. Please join me in welcoming Aubrey Price. Our spotlight today is the second in our 5-part series with Olds College of Agriculture and Technology, and continues with our focus on highlighting diverse careers in agriculture. Today's topic is the one on the Bachelor of Digital Agriculture. Have you ever heard that the jobs you were applying for don't even exist yet? The Bachelor of Digital Agriculture degree was created to meet these future needs. This program might be right for you if you are interested in creating a sustainable future, working with emerging technology, or becoming a leader or an entrepreneur in one of the biggest industries in Canada. Following this spotlight, you will find some additional spotlights on some of the programs at Olds College of Agriculture and Technology. These include Agriculture Communication Certificate, Equine Programming, Land and Environment, and Careers in Agriculture. There is sure to be something that will speak to your interest. Please join me in welcoming Aubrey Price here with us this morning. Take it away, Aubrey.
Thank you so much, Lisa. I'm so excited to be here today. Thank you guys for having me to talk about our new Bachelor of Digital Agriculture program. So without further ado, we are going to get into it here. I'm just going to share my screen. Perfect. There we go. So we are launching this program for the very first time this fall of 2023. And I couldn't be more excited. The students going into this program are going to have some incredible opportunities ahead of them here. So this brand new program is very cutting edge. It's going to provide a new option for students who are interested in, like Lisa said, sustainability, leadership, and entrepreneurship. So it's a 4-year program, and it's going to be delivered on our beautiful campus here, which includes 3,600 acres of facilities, green spaces, and farmland. The classes are delivered right here on campus, and upon completion, students are going to receive their bachelor's degree in digital agriculture. There's no program like this out there right now, so I think it's a really incredible opportunity to gain some experience in a really wide variety of agriculture and agriculture technology, data analysis, business management, and we're going to get into some of those details right away here. All right, so at Olds College of Agriculture and Technology, we have what we call our Smart Farm. And so this is essentially a giant lab that provides the agriculture sector a venue for commercial scale applied research. So the philosophy and principles around the development and operations of the Smart Farm are about engaging producers and industry on addressing real world problems that are going to utilize and integrate technology and data. So this often involves things like field testing for brand new ag tech innovations, projects like the Raven OmniPower, which is an autonomous platform for seeding, spraying, and spreading fertilizer, or the Weed It sprayer that uses optical sensors to minimize herbicide inputs through precision application, as well as research projects like the floating island technology that uses native wetland plants to remediate feedlot pond water. So the Smart Farm is also focused on teaching students how to integrate, manage, and leverage agriculture technology to enhance and sustain agri-food production. So Bachelor of Digital Agriculture students are going to get to tap into the Smart Farm to augment their classroom learning with real-world experience. And it's really important to us that our students are ready to enter the workforce after they graduate. So to help achieve this, students in this program are going to take a 400-hour internship in the summer between their 3rd and their 4th year. So they're going to find a placement in the industry where they will engage in self-directed, mentored workplace learning. Students do need to find their own placement, but they'll be guided in this process by a faculty through their preparation for professional internship course. And Olds College has great connections with industry that you can leverage to find a placement. Lots of students can take this opportunity to maybe work closer to their home or as an opportunity to travel. We've had students complete their internships even in other countries, the United States, Ireland, Australia. So basically, this is a chance for you to try out a career field, explore your interests, and chances are you're going to get paid while you're doing it as well. All right, so let's dive in a little bit here about the topics that you're actually going to cover as part of this program. So in 4 years, you are going to complete 40 different courses. So as you can imagine, this means you're going to cover a lot of different material. It's going to ensure that you receive a well-rounded education and you are prepared to succeed in a really wide variety of careers when you're done. So an important part of the program is going to be focused on building your business acumen. So we want students to be able to grow towards high-level positions, and these courses are really going to prepare you for that. So for example, in your first year, you're going to take data management and analytics. As you can probably imagine, this is really foundational for a lot of content in a digital agriculture program. Statistics and the manipulation of data are key to decision-making and improvements on the farm. And then students are going to engage in risk analysis and management. This course is going to help you with problem-solving skills and complex thought patterns that help make sound decisions when you're faced with complex issues that don't necessarily have an obvious or clear solution. Of course, it's not enough to know how to run your business. You actually need to know how to lead other people to achieve your and your company's goals. So, for example, the Foundations of Professional Leadership and Learning course, students develop foundational self-knowledge to help them identify how they work with others, identify their personal strengths and areas for growth in the pursuit of professional learning. And then by the time you get to your 4th year of the program, you're taking courses like negotiation and dispute resolution. I think we can agree this is something we could all use in our everyday lives. But the focus on this course will be on productive customer relationships in really authentic contexts and on developing ethical negotiation skills. And you're going to hear those words come up a lot in this program. Ethics and sustainability are a huge part of the digital agriculture degree. You know, we want to improve things for the future, and part of that is making sure that we're making good decisions for everybody, people, community, and environment. All right, and then agriculture tech. As you can imagine, digital agriculture, the technology piece is really foundational to this whole program. Students are going to have a strong understanding of a lot of different types of cutting edge ag tech, like precision feeding and monitoring systems, digital twinning, automation, robotics. They're going to learn how to design and perform research projects, how to integrate new technology into existing systems, and how to solve technological problems. So hopefully these kind of topics are exciting to you. But if this is kind of sparking your interest, but you're maybe feeling a little bit intimidated by some of these course examples, I really want to reassure you, the first year courses that you take in this program are going to prepare you to succeed in these upper level classes. Our instructors are there to help you. You are not expected to have a background in robotics or computer science going into the program. But throughout it, you're going to develop the foundational understanding that you need to be able to leverage these concepts in your future career. All right, and as I said before, sustainability is a major part of this program. With the population of the planet growing closer to 8 billion people, it's more important now than ever that we find ways to grow more food and to do it more sustainably. So the agriculture industry is going to need to ensure the long-term well-being of our environment and the people that we serve. Corporate responsibility is an important part of this, and the next generation of leaders, that's you, is going to be able to work towards a better future through ethical and sustainable practices. This program is going to provide students with a really holistic understanding of the social, environmental, and economic implications of their decisions, and prepare them to really live their values and champion their beliefs as future leaders. All right, now we're going to dive into some of the specific career opportunities. As I said before, this program is really broad and there's so many different directions that you could take yourself in after graduating. So I want to emphasize that this is a really small sampling of the kinds of things that you could do after graduating, but we did want to give you some specifics about possibilities that you could find yourselves in. So data analysis is really becoming a huge demand, especially in the agriculture sector. So being able to analyze data and identify patterns and make decisions based on those patterns is really important. For example, I was talking to someone at MNP the other day, and they're going to be looking, they specifically are excited about graduates from this program because they need somebody who can go around to like different farms, collect the data that the farmers are already collecting but not really doing anything with, and use that to develop more accurate forecasting in the industry. So again, just one tiny example of ways that you can apply the knowledge in this program in the real world. A crop specialist, so that's somebody who often works on like a contract or consulting basis to help farmers manage sustainable crops. And so you need to have detailed knowledge of different agricultural techniques, products, and technology to help people maximize their efficiency on the farm. Another possibility is being a test coordinator. So when companies are coming out with new agriculture tech products, they need somebody to test them to make sure they're working properly. And that's all throughout the development phases, as well as once you have your final prototype and before you bring it to market. So people who are designing and running these tests and analyzing the results are really important to this process. And the courses in this program would enable you to get into that kind of career if that's something that excites you. All right, I think this is a cool example because we pulled this job title directly off of a job listing that's out there right now. So the Global Agriculture Digital Transformation Director. What a neat job title. So this person is going to partner with regional agriculture leaders to understand the state of business practices and figure out where the gaps are. How can we get from where we are to where we want to be, and how to lead their teams in order to make that a reality. So is this an entry-level position that you're going to get right after graduating? No, probably not. But this is the kind of thing that your education will prepare you to work towards after you get, some years in the industry under your belt. All right, and one last example for you here, agriculture segment manager. So this is the team who brings to market the new technologies that are being developed. So working with potential customers to find out their needs, figuring out how to meet those needs, what different technologies there's going to be a demand for, and then how to, sell and market and maintain those products once they're available from the company. And here's just a whole big other list of possible job titles. Like I said, the options are nearly endless. And to Lisa's point earlier, some of them haven't even been created yet. It's such a new and emerging industry to get into. But we know that we're going to need people who know how to work with technology and know how to operate within a business and how to analyze data and make decisions. And we're preparing people for that. All right, so a little bit more into the technical details about this. So this program only starts in September. Applications open about 11 months in advance. So any of you who are still in high school, you're going to want to start applying in October of your grade 12 year. And that's to ensure that you get a seat. You really want to make sure that you're applying early. Admission requirements for the program. So what we're looking for is at least a 60% in all of the required courses for the program. So that's 60% average in your English language arts A30 and B30. We have, as you can see there, a few different options for math that we would accept. Group A is going to be your grade 12 level science courses. And then an additional course, either another science, or we'll take like a humanities course, your social studies, native studies, or another 30 level language, or calculus 30 is the other option for that guy. And then group C is basically just another 5 credits at your grade 12 level. If you have any questions at all about this, please definitely reach out. We're more than happy to go into the details and explain exactly what you're going to need to take to qualify for this program. If you look at it on our website, of course, it is going to list the Alberta requirements, but there is an out-of-province equivalency chart on there. Okay, and then talking about the costs for the program, of course, it's very important when you're planning out your future to know how much you're going to have to expect to pay for it. So tuition per year is $5,660.70 to be very precise, and $2,782 for fees. And then we estimate that you'll need to budget another $1,650 for books and supplies. Now, really important to remember that there's lots of sources of funding out there to help you pay for this, whether that be through, government student loans and grants, scholarships, bursaries, awards. And again, that's something that we can help you point towards different resources for you to help make sure that your education will be paid for and that you're not going into too much debt. All right, that ends the formal part of our presentation here today, but I'm happy to take any questions about the program that you may have.
Thanks, Aubrey. I have a couple of questions, but I have a few comments to make to start. It's exciting for me to see the development of this new program in an emerging field in agriculture technology with work-related learning. One question I have around the work-related learning, you said that it starts in the third and fourth year. Do they have some work-related components at the smart farm within those first 2 years so that they can kind of get a feel of, am I in the right program?
Yes, absolutely. So it won't be paid work placements prior to that, but they'll have a chance to engage with the smart farm. So we have a really great research team out here, and students will have different projects that they're going to be a part of. And so that does give them a chance to kind of, dip their toes in different areas of the program. You get a pretty broad overview in your first year of different subjects. And I think that will really let students, yes, exactly, determine if they're in the right program. And I think it's important to, to kind of start thinking about which area you want your career to be in and start working towards that as well. Because you get into the program, again, it's so broad, and maybe there's one area that really excites you a lot more than another. Maybe you're really into the robotics and the mechatronics side of things, or maybe the data analysis is something that's really exciting for you, or maybe it's more the leading people and the business side of things. And so because you get an overview in all of those different areas, it gives you the opportunity to explore your interests, find out about interests you may not even realize that you have, and sort of focus your efforts and your learning and eventually your third year internship placement towards the areas that are, going to be more fulfilling for you.
Thanks, that makes sense. And I know that making the decision of where to go to school, what to take in school is very difficult for students. And so it's nice to know that in that first year, they feel a lot of things or try a lot of things on and can make some further decisions from there and not feel like they've chosen the wrong program. Because as I've said to you before, we often are hearing that students today are getting into a program and realizing that they've made a wrong selection and they pivot. And some kids are resilient, or students are resilient in that pivot, and others feel like they are a failure because they've made the pivot, and it's just all part of the process.
Yeah, that is so true. I think that, the perception that you need to know exactly what you're doing as you're graduating high school, it's just not true. You need to get out there and explore different things before you're going to know exactly what it is that you want to pursue in the long term. And most people don't graduate from college or university and then work the same job for the rest of their lives, right? Even as you evolve into adulthood, you're going to take a lot of different paths, and it's okay. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to pursue a different path. It's okay to decide that what you're doing right now isn't right for you. And just know that, again, we're here to help you navigate those changes.
That's so true. And I think that the topics covered in this course as well will provide students with the vast experience to help them thrive in their chosen career and also navigate the variety of career paths that are available to them in the future. They could start in one career pathway and go to something else. I want to thank you for bringing to our attention some of the high demand positions that are out there, and like the digital, which one was that? The analyst. That was a high demand one. And then you also talked about some positions due to advertising that are out there that's current. So kids can see these jobs are out there right now, such as the digital transformation, global and digital transformation person there. And I think that the knowledge will help students to create a vision for the future, knowing that, you know, I'm going to start in one career and I could go off to another career, all with the vast knowledge that they're going to learn in this particular program. It's nice, as I said, to see that students are able to complete their work-related experience at home if they choose to save money in their area, or they might be able to go abroad. And that's exciting to see that they have that opportunity as well for adventure. Can you maybe talk about some of the potential overseas kind of things that some students have taken in the past in other degree programs or whatever, because this one's new?
Yeah, absolutely. So you're exactly right. The students that I listed, you know, going to the United States, Australia, and Ireland, were doing that for other programs because a lot of our programs here at Olds College do have this work integrated learning component. So a lot of those students are doing things like directed field studies, where they've signed up with an employer who's going to mentor them and teach them about the industry, give them that level of experience. So there are, I mean, there's farms across the world, right? So there's demand for ag and ag tech professionals no matter where you go. So I believe the student who was working in Ireland was over there to work on a sheep farm. The students we've had go to Australia, that was for crop production. United States, we've actually had a lot of different ones. And so there, as you can imagine, a large swaths of the United States are in fact farmland. So there's chances to get into livestock, crop production, greenhouse work as well, has been something that students in our school have pursued in the United States. And so I think the key thing here to remember is that this is an opportunity for you to try out something that's interesting to you, right? Because like we said before, this leads in so many different possible directions. And sometimes we don't know what we're going to enjoy until we've done it. Our idea of what it might be is not always the reality. And so there's two different opportunities for learning there. And one is that you go out and you try something and you're like, this was amazing. This is what I want to do with my life. I know I've got direction now, and this is what I'm going to pursue. But I think it's important to remember that just as important is the chance to learn about something that you don't like. Right. So now you haven't gone and, you know, moved somewhere else and purchased a house or found a rental and moved your life to pursue a job that maybe you don't like. You've gotten a chance to try it out in a really safe manner that was just for, you know, 3 or 4 months. And then you come back and you're like, you know what, I didn't enjoy that, but I know that about myself now, and I'm going to pursue something different. And I think that, like I said, that's just as valuable as learning something that you do like.
So true. And I think that by having these spotlights, we're really opening up a world of agriculture to more students as a potential career opportunity for them, using the skill sets that they have, you know, in non-traditional ways to what we are currently aware of in how you work in agriculture. Agriculture is the way we're going to sustain the world. And so it's interesting to see that you guys have had the awareness to create such a program for students. I want to thank you for sharing the admission requirements and details to qualify for this program, and mentioning, you know, what Saskatchewan graduates would need, knowing that's available too, and the costs. Students need to see that you know, what's available. Do you have a number of students from Saskatchewan that are attending in Olds College?
We do actually, yes. You will find that there is likely other students from your own communities here already. We have, I think, a great relationship. You know, Alberta and Saskatchewan are very similar in a lot of different ways. And so knowing that we can, you know, bring in students from other provinces, have them train here, and then potentially bring that knowledge back to their home communities is really exciting. But yes, next to Alberta, Saskatchewan is the next most highest population of students here at Olds College.
That's good to hear. So what would you recommend students do in high school to begin? So they've watched this presentation. What would you recommend that they do to begin exploring what might be a fit for them in a career in agriculture?
I mean, there's a lot of different opportunities. Summer employment, of course, is a great one. If you have the opportunity to see firsthand what kinds of things are going on in the world of agriculture, that can be a really great way to start narrowing down what you might want to do with your future and see if it's right for you. But jobs definitely aren't the only way to go about this. You know, when I was talking about all of the different courses and learnings that you're going to have, you'll notice that there was quite a bit in there that wasn't necessarily agriculture focused, right? There's a lot of different skills at play, whether that's leadership, data analysis, even working on your computer skills. So even if you have a chance to, say, take a coding class over the summer or take an online course exploring some of these topics, job shadowing can be a really fantastic way to get involved as well. We also do have, I'll let you know, the deadline's coming up pretty quick here. We run an egg data science camp over the summer for students to come explore some of these options. That's going to, I believe, June 16th is the deadline to apply for that, but that's something we run every summer. So maybe you're of an age that you still have a chance to take this, next summer or the summer after, if we've missed the deadline for you here. And there's more options like that close to home as well. So any chance that you have to sort of expose yourself to the industry or to the kind of practices that you would be getting into is a chance for you to, like I said, explore what you like, what you don't like, and what you might want to do.
Thanks. So that speaks to kids or students in high school, but I know we have many people out there who might be watching this who have taken a gap year or who are working and have now decided it's time for me to go to school. And how would they start?
Honestly, if you're in the situation where you've already graduated and you're looking into this program, the biggest thing I can encourage you to do is to reach out to us. Because we can really guide you through that process. And there's a lot of different ways that you can kind of engage and figure out, like I said, if this is the right path for you and what steps you're going to need to take to get here. So things like every January and February, we run webinars with the faculty from the programs where you can ask them all the questions that you have and they'll explain in really good detail about the kinds of things they're going to teach in their courses. And that can be a really good way to get sort of a deeper dive understanding of what's going to be going on in the programs. If you have the opportunity to travel to Olds College, come tour our campus and meet some of the people here, see the facilities, that's a great opportunity as well. And if not, we're happy to, like I said, communicate with you virtually. Send you information, we can do virtual campus tours, send you information about the courses. You can let us know what you took in high school. We can let you know if you're missing anything, that type of thing. So please, we're an open door here and our entire purpose is to help you find your path in the future. So please take advantage of that resource.
Thanks, Aubrey. That's good to know. As I said, I know that our YouTube channel is watched by many, many individuals. And as an adult, if you're starting over or just coming off a gap year, you want to know where to begin, this is a place to consider. So it's good to know that help is available. So once again, Aubrey, I'd like to thank you for sharing this program, the Bachelor of Digital Agriculture, with us. And I look forward to the future spotlights that you have. If anyone wants to contact you directly, as you said, they can just call Olds College of Agriculture and Technology, check out your website or whatever, and Aubrey's there to help. Thanks very much, Aubrey.
Thank you so much, Lisa. It's been a real pleasure to join you guys today, and I really hope that we'll see some of you around our campus in the next few years here. Take care.